What's going on, guys? My name is Ted, bringing you all a gameplay today using the Galil on firing range. It's a Black Ops gameplay with the final score of 117 kills to 5 deaths. Unfortunately, this is not my gameplay, this is my buddy Justin's gameplay, and he's part of the WeS clan. If you remember a few days ago, I posted a 101 kill to 2 death gameplay on Jungle. That was him as well. He's got fantastic gameplay, he's a fantastic player, and his whole clan is really good. So if you haven't checked them out, shame on you, go over there and subscribe to them. If you really like high scoring gameplay, that's the spot for it. And this gameplay is a great one in the background, hope you enjoy that. But I want to talk a little bit about Black Ops 2. I know I said a few days ago that I was going to try to lay off the Black Ops 2 information and wait till the game actually comes out, but unfortunately curiosity has gotten the best of me and I couldn't help myself. I went up and looked at a lot of the information about Black Ops 2 as far as kill streaks, perks, map layouts, people that have actually played the game, listened to their experiences with it, and I ended up watching several hours of gameplay of the game, so I've got a general feel for the game as of yet. Now keep in mind I've seen very little gameplay, I've never actually played it myself. So these are my opinions. Before playing the game, they're preliminary hearings, I guess, as far as what the gameplay is going to be like. And I want to give you guys a few of the things I'm excited for in Black Ops 2. Now, as of every Call of Duty, I'm always very excited for the next installment. Every game is a new game in itself. It's always very exciting for me to see how they change up the game and how they make it different. But there's a few features of this game that I'm really excited about. The first one that I'm most excited about overall is the Orbital VSAT. This is the Blackbird equivalent, so if you see a Blackbird throughout this gameplay, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's a directional UAV that can't be shot down and it cannot be countered. And this is fantastic. If you ever remember my Black Ops commentaries back 2 years ago, I always talked about how I really enjoyed the Blackbird because it really sped up the pace of the game. And that's a huge factor. A lot of people overlook that. In Black Ops, I ragged on the game so much because of how slow-paced the game was. It was hard to get fast kills. It was hard to keep the gameplay mechanics moving along. A lot of the team deathmatches would run out of time before they hit the score limit, and just in general it was a very slow-paced game because of the stealth perks, the ghost perks, and just in general the guns didn't do very much damage. They had taken out stopping power. It was a very slow-paced game, but the Blackbird always set up the pace of the game. Whenever I got the Blackbird up, I'd get the rest of my kill streaks at end the game very quickly, and it was kind of like the closing part of the game. It was fantastic. And I'm glad to see it make a return. In MW3, they sped up the pace of the game quite a bit throughout the powerful guns, powerful kill streaks, things like that. But they removed the Blackbird, and I really didn't like that. Everyone bitches about the stealth perks now. But with the Blackbird, it was hard to bitch about the stealth perks because the Blackbird was uncounterable, and that's fantastic. Just in general, I like uncounterable kill streaks. I'll get to that later on in this commentary. The next thing I want to talk about is the huge emphasis on objective play. I think this is a huge aspect of the game. MW3 tried its best with the support kill streaks to put an emphasis on objective play. And for MW3, it really didn't work out. I found myself several times in MW3 thinking that they had kind of thrown in this support kill streak just to help out the bad players, and then they just passed it off as including it inside the game so that they could have these objective players can go out, get a lot of kills, get a lot of deaths, and still do well. I feel like it didn't work out that way. I feel like it was just used by the bad players to kind of still piece together some sort of a kill streak and help them level up. Whereas in Black Ops 2, you still have to get all your kills and all your objective plays within one life, but you get several more points for playing the objective than you do for actually getting kills, and a lot of these kill streaks are almost unattainable unless you go out and play the objective as well. So for example, I'll put a flag cap in Domination. A flag cap is equal to 3 regular kills because you get 150 points for capturing a flag that's already been captured, or from stealing it from an enemy, for example, whereas you only get 50 for going out and getting a kill. So if you go in kill whore, you're not going to do very well. You're simply not going to get very many points, as opposed to if you go out and capture that flag when the other team's all around you, you go ahead and get 150 points, much more points, you get to your kill streaks a lot faster because you're taking that risk. I think that's a really great way to make people want to play the objective. I know in my position, if I went out inside of a Domination game, I would be more inclined to grab that flag because I knew that it would be the equivalent to getting 3 kills, which I probably couldn't do as fast as I could at capturing a flag. I really like that aspect of the game. One more thing that I'll mention that I really like about Black Ops 2 is that it's got uncounterable kill streaks. This is what I was talking about earlier with the Blackbird. But it's also the dogs. Dogs are also an uncounterable kill streak, and I really do like these. Things that I don't have to man personally, they just help me out and get kills in the background. The Blackbird is not lethal, but it is lethal in a sense that I can get kills because of it. It supports my team. It's a whole team help, and just in general, it's uncounterable, meaning that no perk and no kill streak can counter it, except for I guess the counter UAV if they happen to get that kill streak as well at the same time that I've got my Blackbird up. As far as the dogs go, they're another uncounterable kill streak. There's no perk that can prevent them from getting killed by dogs. They can shoot the dogs, which is one small counter to it, but there's no actual perk that gives them complete immunity to these kill streaks. So I guess in that sense I could call them unimmutable kill streaks. They're always going to be subjected to some sort of pain because of these kill streaks. That's what I really like. I hate kill streaks that can get shot down so easily or can be defended from so easily by certain perks or by the Stinger missiles, things like that. I really like seeing the uncounterable kill streaks. I think it's a great addition to the game. Although it's a little less balanced than some of the countered kill streaks, I think that just in general it'll speed along the pace of the game a lot, and that's always a good thing. As far as your kill streaks goes, as I mentioned earlier, they're also going to be much harder to get. I think that's another great thing about the game. If you go back to MW3 and to Black Ops and to MW2 as well, for them, mostly MW2 though is kind of where I'm getting at with this, is the kill streaks are very dominant. The kill streaks in the past have been very, very easy to acquire. As far as MW2 and MW3, they stacked and led to each other. This in general made the game a little too chaotic for my sense. I've always personally preferred more gun-on-gun gameplay than gun versus chopper gunner gameplay because it's really unbalanced, and I don't really care about fairness in a game, but just in general I do get the sense that bad people are being just shit on with all these massive amounts of air support being so easily acquired by the higher level players. I think there's going to be better balance with this in Black Ops 2, seeing that the kill streaks are a lot harder to get, and that these good players are going to have to learn how to play the objective as well to get the higher scoring kill streaks. I think that's a great thing, and I'm really excited for that. One more thing, this will be the last thing in this commentary I'm going to talk about, is how the gameplay is set in the future. And this is fantastic. As far as Treyarch goes, the games have always been set in the past. Even Modern Warfare, I think MW3 might have been set a little bit in the future. I didn't play campaign, so I'm not exactly sure when it was set as far as time period goes. But in the past, Treyarch's games have always been set in World War II or the Cold War era, and I really didn't like that. Everything looked very dark and dreary and grim, and I'm seeing in Black Ops 2 gameplay that it's a lot...
Sorry about that, guys. I got a phone call and my commentary cut out. I wanted to mention, though, that the gameplay itself of Black Ops 2, it looks very more lighthearted, very brighter colors, and I like that. In Black Ops originally, and in COD 5 especially, there were very little color variation. All the colors were very, very dark and grim. And it might seem like a small thing, but just in general, the game wasn't very exciting because of that. And I think that was mentioned by a lot of the bigger name YouTubers. And I'm glad they did, because originally I didn't really understand why I didn't like the maps very much, and that was honestly why. The maps are a huge part of Call of Duty because you play them consistently. And if you don't like any of the maps, which I really didn't like any of the maps in Call of Duty Black Ops, that was the reason why. And I did love Call of Duty 5 maps. But the reason I love Call of Duty 5 maps is because Call of Duty 5 was my first game ever, and just playing on the maps brings back nostalgia of how great that game was for me. I think we can all understand that a lot of guys started at COD 4, so they'll understand that. But generally speaking, the first Call of Duty you ever play is going to be your favorite one because it's new, it's exciting, it's fresh, and that Call of Duty can't do anything wrong. Well, everyone hated Call of Duty 5, but in my personal opinion, it was my favorite one because it was the first Call of Duty I ever played, and because of that I really enjoyed it. With Black Ops 2 though, the maps aren't going to be my first ones because I've already played Call of Duty a ton, but I will like to see the map variation, the map colors. I like that a lot, and just in general I want to see some new and exciting maps. So I'm excited for that. Call of Duty being set in the future is a great thing because I love the modernization. I love the kind of the open reign to do whatever they want as far as the time period goes. Because anything can be considered possible with technology and guns and things like that. I think that's really neat. That's something that Crysis 2 had that I really liked, and I'm glad to see it in Black Ops 2. I'm very excited for this game. All in all, I think this is going to shape up to be one of the better Call of Duties. I can't know for sure until I play the game. I say that about a lot of the Call of Duties, but there's a few things about this Call of Duty that separates itself from any other COD that I've ever seen in production and coming out soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Hope you guys feel a little bit enlightened about Black Ops 2. I think it's going to be a great Call of Duty. We'll have to see when it comes out. Other than that, be sure to subscribe if you're new. Be sure to check out Justin's channel, and thank him for sitting in the gameplay. I guess have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.